Ever open up your CRM and just feel a sense of dread? Like you're staring at a huge list of missed opportunities? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down how to revive those so-called dead leads and turn them into your next big win.
So let's just start with a really blunt question. Is your CRM a graveyard? It's a pretty powerful metaphor, isn't it? I mean, you spend all this time, money, and energy getting these leads, only for them to just sit there, untouched, forgotten. And look, it's a massive pain point for pretty much everyone in sales and marketing.
But here's the good news. It really doesn't have to be that way. The whole point of this explainer is to show you exactly how to turn those skulls into fire, how to transform those forgotten names in a database into active, valuable opportunities. Okay, so first things first, we need a diagnosis. Why do these promising leads go cold in the first place? You might think it's some super complex problem, but honestly, the root cause is usually way simpler than you'd expect. It pretty much boils down to this simple, kind of brutal sequence. A new lead comes in, they're full of potential, but without a system in place for immediate follow-up, that trail goes cold, and they just become another forgotten name. See, the key thing to get here is that it's a process failure, not a lead failure. And this journey to the graveyard? It happens way faster than you think. On day 1, a lead is interested, they're excited. By day 3, with zero contact, that interest is already fading. A month in, they're ice cold. And by day 90, they're basically ancient history. This just goes to show your biggest enemy isn't the competition, it's inaction. All right, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now for the fun part, the revival. We're going to walk through a really practical 4-step action plan to bring these leads back from the brink. So here's the roadmap. First, we're going to score our leads. Then we'll create personalized outreach. After that, we'll get the timing just right. And finally, we'll learn to read the signals they send back. It's a simple system, but believe me, it is incredibly powerful. So let's break down each step.
First up, scoring. You have to realize that not all dead leads are created equal. Some are just dormant, kind of sleeping, while others are truly gone for good. By scoring them based on past engagement, you can focus your energy where it has the highest chance of actually paying off. You're basically looking for the warmest embers in a pile of cold ashes.
Step 2 is all about the message you send. And just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got the generic blast. We've all gotten them, and let's be honest, we all ignore them. But on the right, you have a personalized sequence. This means you're not just saying, hey, you're saying, hey, I saw you downloaded this specific white paper 6 months ago. It shows you remember them, which, guess what? It makes them want to remember you.
Now for step 3. And this one, I'm telling you, is an absolute game changer. It's probably the single factor that can make or break your whole re-engagement campaign. Once you decide to reach out, you just can't wait. In this game, speed is everything. It is your secret weapon.
And I really want you to let this sink in. We are talking about following up within minutes of a lead showing even a flicker of new interest. Not hours, and definitely not days. The moment they reopen an old email or pop back onto your site, a clock starts ticking. The data on this is crystal clear. The faster the follow-up, the way higher the chance of conversion.
And finally, step 4. This isn't about just endlessly blasting people with messages. It's about being smart. You have to monitor their engagement. Do they open your email? Click a link? Okay, that's a signal to push. No engagement at all after a few tries? That's your signal to pause. Maybe rethink your approach. See, it's a conversation, not a monologue.
So, you followed the plan. You've scored, you've personalized, you've acted fast, and you've read the signals. So what's the result of all this work? Let's take a look at the payoff.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, you might have this huge pool of forgotten leads, maybe even 90% of your entire database. But by applying this simple system, you can reactivate a really significant chunk of them, think 20% or even more. And remember, these aren't new leads you have to go out and pay for. This is hidden value you've already created, just sitting there, waiting to be unlocked.
So here's the fundamental mindset shift that we need to make. It's time to completely reframe how you see your CRM. Stop thinking of it as this digital graveyard where good intentions go to die. Start seeing it for what it really is, a goldmine of untapped potential.
And that leaves us with one final, really powerful question for you to think about. After everything we've just covered, take a second and really ask yourself how many opportunities, how much actual revenue is buried in your CRM right now, just waiting for a revival.